viewers. Welcome to Time with Alumni. Today, we have here with us Professor Ebenezer Safua Jackson. He was with us with a walk down memory lane, leading us through some of the various names that we see on the buildings in the College of Engineering. But today, focus is on him as an alumnus and a very integral part of the university and the College of Engineering. We're going to get to know more about him, his journey in the university, how it began, and then up to this point right now, he's still very much involved and active in activities that goes on in the college. Prof, you're welcome, and thank you so much for your time.
Right, thank you very much.
So, Prof, we'd like to know, where did you grow up? And how did all this begin? Who is Professor Jackson?
Right, actually, I was born in Cape Coast,
okay,
the year 1944. And after 2 years, my parents came to Winneba. And then I went to school, primary Methodist school. So from the class 1, that was in 1950, up to 1956, I was attending school in Winneba. And then in 57, I went to Baritoned. I would say the school. And I'm very glad about the opportunity I had there to Baritoned. And from there, I came to KNUST to study engineering, electrical engineering, right.
So in what year?
1963.
1963.
So.
Do you remember exactly how old you were when you came to KNUST?
Wasn't I 19?
You're 19 years?
Yes, so that's from 1944 to 1963. Yes, so
that's cool.
Right.
So just a bit more into your family. What were your parents doing? What was their occupation?
My mother was in petty trading, and I was helping her. I remember from Winneba, we would go to the seashore where we had a port there, and we had the laborers who were carrying cocoa into the ship at the Winneba port, and then we were doing some petty trading, and I was helping with the selling of pomade and soap and so on. And I was carrying soap and then moving around. And I remember one time that I sold a whole crate of soap, and I was very, very happy that I had been able to sell
the whole crate.
Oh, the whole, yes. And that was just before I came to Baritoned. And my father was also, he finished at 7, and then he taught some of his mates after he finished at 7. Then he also started as a bookkeeper, and then sometimes we was selling fuel. Yes, but he had a very sharp mathematical mind. Yes, that's my father.
And how many siblings do you have, Prof?
Actually, we're 6. I'm the 6th and the last.
Okay.
And then the first one was Abio Jackson, and he also went to Baritoned. And then the next one, number 2, is Joe. He went to Chimota. And after that, the third one a lady, she also went to Achimota. And then the fourth, Sir Osborne, he also went to Achimota. And then the fifth, Sir Diana, she went to Wesley Girls. And I also ended up at Family. So we were divided into two, Cape Coast and then Achimota. So that was how.
Okay.
The good Lord, yes.
So, yeah. Prof, aside spending your time at the seaside and all that, what was your childhood like? Did this influence in any way your decision to do engineering?
Yes, actually, I was fortunate that my brothers and all the top people were quite good in academically. I think I remember my brother Abu. I don't know whether anybody beat him academically in school, and he was also very good at mathematics, which the whole family. We have the mathematics. Abu was the first Ghanaian to get a first class in mathematics in 1955 at the University of Ghana. And then the second one, he also had a first class in mathematics. That was 1956, just after Abu. And then we have the third, my sister. She also went to sixth form with the math, but she continued, did something else, physiotherapy later on. Then the fourth man also did mathematics. Then later on graduated in statistics. And then the fifth, the second year, she also did mathematics in. She was the first female graduates in the education with mathematics. So the first. So when it was my turn, one of my brothers was saying, "Oh, everybody will say maths. So do something different." So I did something slightly different, which is the electrical engineering. So that was what was.
That's actually what led to that.
Yes.
Your whole family is basically a family of mathematicians.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how the good Lord made it for us.
So, was your coming to Kenya your first time in Kumasi?
No, actually, when I was coming here, the first one, Abu, was lecturing
at Kenya University.
Yes, he was lecturing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As far as this, he was there with the Prof too. Was lecturing there. In actual fact, later on there, both of them taught me when I was doing my master's. And then from there, so I was visiting
Kumasi.
Yes. So
it wasn't the first time.
No, so it was the first time.
You must be really proud of your brother.
Yes.
His influence in your life.
Yes, that's really. But it's very grateful to the good Lord for that.
That's cool. And Prof, what are some of the what was life like for you in school in those days compared to, of course, like there's been a whole transition and all that. But when you came in, you were fewer in class and then more males.
Yeah.
And
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was here, we're total number of in the engineering 69, and then
the whole engineering. Or just
electrical?
No, the whole
of engineering.
Then School of Engineering. You were just.
Yes, we were 69 who came. Yes, and then when we finished, the total number was 44. with those who passed from
Wow.
69 and
To 44.
Yes. Now I have some studies about that time. I remember that when you came to the school, we will be in the auditorium, and then with the introduction, will be the dean, Professor Levine, and with some of the heads, they will come and then introduce to the school, talking to you about the hard work and so on. And remember that when he will, after he briefs everybody, he will then say that, okay, you shake hands with the guy on your left and on your right, because you do not know whether next year you meet any of them in the school, because either some of them they be leaving and not come back, or you yourself will not come back. So that was the so you had in there, then you have to work hard, and you know that people who were very good in school, you so that they will just be flocking, then they'll be away. Well, they'll be failed. Now there we have this sessional system.
Yeah.
A year exams and year. So if you pass all your courses, then you move ahead. If you fail one, you have the opportunity to do a resit. After the resit, well, if you don't pass, then you have to repeat. Then if you fail 2 courses at a time, you repeat. And then if you repeat and then the following year you don't pass, then you are off. You don't repeat twice. And then the third one, if you fail 3 or more courses, then
they let you go.
You go off. Yes.
Wow.
So at that time, we all had the full scholarship. The government was looking after us. So you cannot be
spending government money.
That's
like
all.
that.
Yes. So that's why you have this movement. And engineering was noted for withdrawing people and people getting there. So when you come in, you know that you have to be very studious, and then if you you have some people who are also doing games, so you just have to be sure that you do things properly. You manage your time
so that it doesn't affect you, and then you don't get.
Yes.
During my years at the college, I had the privilege of having Professor Ebenezer Jackson, Prof. Jackson as we called him, as one of my lecturers. In fact, he was also the dean of the school at that time. Prof. Jackson was not just a lecturer, he was the lecturer. He taught with passion and enthusiasm. Look, truth be told, most of the electrical engineering courses were so hard to grasp at that time, and I'm sure they still are. However, Prof. Jackson's calm demeanor, soft-spoken voice, and enthralling delivery of the course content made us lean in.
So, Prof, you've taught here too for very long. Just want a comparison. Over the years, the numbers have increased, starting from 69 in total to 44. Yeah. Now one class is way beyond that number. It was a gradual thing, wasn't it?
Yes,
the increase.
Yeah,
what was that like for you? Because, of course, you started with a very small number, then you started teaching.
Yes. In fact, in the electrical, our final year were 15, and then 11
15.
Final year. After we are done from that, and then 15. and then the number which passed was 11, the final year in electrical. But the total for the whole engineering, that was 44. That I said. Yeah, but the electrical, yeah. So that was. But even when after teaching, the number started increasing. Yeah, that's before that. But now
It's
quite
quite
yes. Mm-hmm.
But looking
Yeah.
at that, Prof, then your teachers must have had so much time for you, and understanding teaching interactions was much easier because comparing 11, 15 in a class to people 300, 200, one lecturer.
Yeah. In fact, when I became a number of the lecturers were from overseas, mainly Britain.
You were getting a certificate from UK.
Yes. In fact, Prof. Kumapre, they were 3 years ahead of me. But that's when I came there in my first year, he was in the final year. So they finished, and they were the first people to do the a degree from Kenya.
Oh, okay.
Kenya, okay. Otherwise, earlier on, you have all the exams, and then the scripts will be
sent for marking.
Sent for marking completely overseas. In actual fact, even in our
time, it was still...
yes, because they were the external examiners, external examiners for us.
Yes.
So that was what was happening. But in the so the degree was external to
the schools in the UK.
London University.
London University specifically.
Yes.
So Bob, during your time, were you part of the group that was eating for free at the canteen? Or were you purchasing?
Yes, because everything was at that time
provided by
the government, and also had some funding for books and so on. So we were eating well in the morning. Then at 10 a.m. we have some snack. So get, and then from most of the time we finish lectures at 2, but then about 12:30 to 1, we'll go back to the halls to eat, and then have some snack. During the week, had a night coffee or tea, so that after you are tired, then you go and take a coffee and then drink, and then continue with whatever you are doing. But then over the weekend, instead of having the break drink in the night, you have it in the afternoon, about between 4 and 5. So we are having 5 meals in a day. That was a time.
That was a privileged time.
Yes, and we also had single room, well, one person
to a room.
Yes, so when I was about finishing 67, 68, that we started pairing. That was 2, and then I remember once somebody came, and then he was paired with someone, and then the one who was there originally just took the key away because he didn't want somebody to pair with you. So that was
of course, it won't be an easy transition.
Yes, it will not be easy. Yes. And with talking about games, actually, I played cricket, which is not common.
No, not in, but in India it is.
Yes, so and as far as I was part of the university
Cricket team.
Yes, we in 1965 we have the intervarsity games and in Nigeria, Ibadan, and I was on a team which went there too. So it was intervarsity between the various R's, Legon, and then Nigeria to got a few of the institutions there. So that was the very first time. And the first time I also saw the plane from Accra to Lagos. We had this VC-10, and the VC-10, so people listen, the VC-10 is so fast that it leaves the noise behind. So that was the time we were very privileged to be flying on the VC-10. So
that was the name of the plane, VC-10.
Plane, yes. So it looks like we haven't heard it.
No, I haven't. But what did you do for entertainment during your time?
Well, somewhere in the evenings, Saturdays we had dancing most of it. So those who were interested in dancing
will dance.
Yes, we will go. And the dancing was normally between 9 p.m. and then 3 a.m.
Hey.
Yes, that's a dancing with all these big what do you call it? Bands. Yes,
so it was a live band show.
Yes, live band. Yes.
His faith in God and his love for music was admirably impressive. Prof. Jackson's guidance and motivation helped shape my interest in telecommunications engineering.
Prof, what did you do for entertainment?
Well, I play a little, what do you call it, table tennis, but then, and also, well, I don't know, this one is not entertainment. I was singing, so it wasn't, so with the choir.
Yeah, I thought that would be your entertainment.
The university. Well, it's both entertainment, relaxation, and then singing, having practice. And then we had also in the university choir, we also had we set up this male voice choir. We started with 5, but then later on we grew up to about 20. We were part of the Interhall Christian Fellowship. And then, so during conferences and other things, we would sing. And then here we had, the Interhall Christian Fellowship had the meetings, what do you call it, evangelical programs. And then once in 4 years, we had a major evangelical program to spread the news and then reach people, all students, or as much as possible, and then staff and so on the campus, and we're involving the staff, Christian fellowship people, Christians and so on. And the reason that what happens every 4 years that most of that time the courses, the programs were 4 years.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that at least for anybody who comes here once in a while, at least once during
his lifetime on campus would be evangelized too.
Yes, so that was that. So, and it's been going on since that time. So yeah, the last time we did 2024, the last one we had it. And
you are still active with them?
Yes. So I've got some of their records on the meaning, what do you call the programs, and then the reports on them. Yes. So and I've been singing solos during that time most of the time.
Yeah, you sing the baritone, am I right?
Something like that.
Yes.
It's bass, yeah.
Bass.
Actually, baritone is a bit higher than the bass,
Okay.
but when you're singing the solo, yes, we talking about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And well, with the singing, I also had the opportunity later on in the US when I was there to be singing with some of these orchestras. Yes, right.
Yeah. Prof, you were once upon a time the dean for the school of engineering. At that time, the highest position, equating to the provost of today.
Right.
Yes. During that period, what are some of the notable things that went on during your administration?
Yeah. Okay, really. Dean will continue with what was happening, and we had the opportunity to, what do you call it, when I got in there, we're having the guest house. Actually, there was a program where the university was made, were responsible for a contract for us, for the university. That time, Prof. Kumaple was the dean. And then after we had got that contract, World Bank contract, to upgrade the polytechnics. Yes, so after we had done that, the money that we got it from it, we used that we started with the guest house. We have some cars and also the guest house. And the reason for the guest house is that we were normally, bringing in the expatriates as external examiners. So when they came in, you had to accommodate them and so on. So we found out if we had a guest house, it would be much cheaper. All right, so they started putting up the guest house. Yeah. So, well, when I came, it was 6 years. I mean, just before was Prof and them, but he had some other things. But then with the building, when I came, I think they still had some work to do. So that was what I started. Continued to make sure that
it was finished.
It was finished before. Yeah, so in fact, I didn't have to borrow, get the bank to
give you a loan.
Yeah, give a loan to complete it, because it has taken long over 6 years. And that at that same time, we had the classroom, the central classroom block with the four-story block on the engineering. Apart from
the one opposite Bamfokwachi building.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, that in the basement, that ground, have been there for some time. I think they had a program for some several years, but then they couldn't do it. And I remember Prof. and then who was just before me, he made the attempt to seek some funding to put that place up. But then there was a it didn't go through that. So at one stage in electrical, we were having some funding. Well, not funding, actually a number of students from Nigeria. So they were paying for it. So yeah, I was then thinking of getting some project, projectors for getting instructions, teaching. Yes, but then he called me when I said, "Oh, I'm just coming." Then he said, "Oh no," he himself said, "Oh, he himself was coming to me as that I was the head of electrical
head of
engineering."
the department.
Yes, so he came in and he said that he was thinking of getting some funding for the putting up the building. Yeah. So I said, "Oh, yeah, okay." So I said that I said, "Okay, I will think of doing something, but then we could do that to put up that building. That would be for all of us, the whole College of Engineering." So that was it. So he started, got the support from us, and then he started. Then also, when he went, I became the dean. So I continued with
That building too.
yes, to finish that, and then
that's the Caesar building, if I'm not wrong. You're referring to.
I think that the first one was the one on the older one was, I think, Kwachi. And then I think, the new one, yes, near the auditorium.
Yes, in between the laboratories and then the
I think that would be
yeah, that's the Caesar building.
Yes, so that's the Caesar. Yes. So I also thought that, so you put that in, thought about the auditorium, which is now
the Kumaple auditorium.
Yes. So I started
with that one too.
That one from we started the foundations in 2003. So then I left in 2004. And then Prof. Mama did was the 10th of April.
As founded.
Yeah, but then I think there was hitches here and there, so it took some time before eventually. Yes, and so that was it. And then at the school, we had the aerospace engineering, and also petroleum engineers. In fact, myself, Prof. Hammond, and Prof. Andam, we went to the U.S. in connection with the aerospace engineers, because we are dealing with the Boeing company, the aircraft. So that, and but that time, KC and them, he was awarded the Black Engineer for the year. Yes, so we went there, and then so when the deputy director or boss, the CEO of the Boeing company was here. They came here in connection with the establishment of the aerospace engineering. So, but earlier on, when I was the head, I introduced the computer engineering. And with the computer engineering, you also had, as a part of the computer engineering, the biomedical engineering. Yes, so the recently when I went to and I saw some biomedical. I said, "Oh, I felt," because when I was there, you hadn't the biomedical was part of the computer engineering. Yeah, computer engineering, but it hadn't separated itself. So that was this. I was very happy that I think they've done a good job, and right now I've got some of the those who study computer engineering here working on this.
Okay,
place.
this
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. And then that's where that's an end that had. And then we also had the contributions that I remember the modular course system. And now it is the whole country. Because Professor Banfo Kwache, when he came, that he introduced that. And then I had just come from the US for it. So, as virtually the consultant to the system, and then we have to see how you're breaking the courses, having one exam in the year, and then having it one twice in the year. So you've got the modular course system, and types of getting the checking, comparing the system itself. We were having first class, second class classifications like that. That was not the case in the US. That one. It is a Kumasum there. But then you have to see how we could still use our classification and so on. So I had to get some of the old results, which was percentages, and then see how we could break it down into. We had this, instead of the 100%, you get a breakdown into the A, B, C, D, and then F. So they are breaking that down, and then seeing how this. So how to do all that, and then get your programming and so on. And we had a lot of challenges, but then normally, whenever there's any change, people always fight a change. So in fact, at one stage, they even said that after you've done something, so let's go back to our old system. But then it was not that was not successful. But I'm glad that Key University started that, then came to Legon, and then Cape Coast and all the other. And now it's every university. Yes, all the systems, and then so feel that very happy that I've been involved in that because of the effort. You really have to put in a lot of effort. But when you are doing, let's say, a change, because as normal human beings, we always want to get yes. So that's it. Yeah, and somewhere along the line too, we had the sabbatical leave. Yes, the first one I went to VRA. So the VRA, they are producing the power, and you want to see how. So you will have the demand side management. That is how we can produce the power with a minimum demand, so that if you are wherever you are, you use power efficiently, either at home or in the office. At home, you don't put on the lights if it's not necessary. If you're at home in the one room, you don't put on a light, and then when you leave that in the room, you leave the light on. No? It's the same thing with the when you are in the offices. How you do it. So we have to learn how to. So I was on that side, and I was involved much love with the doing some experiments and doing some reports on how to improve upon that. It was there that we started getting the incandescent bulbs off, and then replacing them with the more efficient bulbs. What's the energy efficiency, energy savings lamps. So that was that. And I remember, I think after some time, all the incandescent bulbs were taken off, yes, and because of what we did at BRA. Matter of fact, well, initially some of the ECG, they were not too. They thought that, okay, if you are going to be efficient with the labs, then they are not going to get money. But then they later on found out that is not going to be the case, because if you have some power which was not and which is not being used properly, you may have what we call a power, what we call even electric iron or any of these heating ovens. You will not be able to switch them on, because if you the oven will take a lot of power to operate. So if you are not able to have enough, you cannot. So there wouldn't be enough power for you to be using your electric oven. So you have it, you bought it, but you cannot use it. But then, if you've been using all the other materials more efficiently, then it means that what is the power available for you, you'll be able to operate quite a number of projects in your home. So we all became very clear. Anyway, we started. I even wrote some what do you call it, a booklet on some of these, how to get the energy efficient power instead. Yeah. Right.
So, Prof, do you enjoy teaching?
Yes, I do that. That's good, and then to see also people disciplined. Yes, yes. So it's good that, and when you do that too, you are impacting people, impacting the life of people.
Prof. Jackson was my lecturer, and I also served as a TA under him, and I enjoyed every bit of the journey. Prof is a great man, a very good man. Beyond school, he has been a mentor to me. And Prof, I say I salute your achievements.
At 7 a.m. and I said, okay, maybe a bit, so I'll have 10 minutes. So if you are late for 10 minutes, then don't come to our lectures. So I remember there was some time. So if people came after that, they would either not come, or if you make the attempt, I will ask you to leave. So, and after my students had finished, I was going out to, especially when I was in Accra, where I've got a number of our students. So ECG, VRA, telecoms, and so on. Telecoms, what do you call it? Now it's Telecel, Vodafone, and all those places. Whenever I went there, I'll visit them to see how they are doing. And I remember at the MTN, whenever I go there, I think about twice or 3 or 4 times, there will be somebody who said, "Hey, please, yes, you sacked me in class because I came there late." And I told him that, yes, it's good.
Something happened when we were in school. We did instrumentation with him. He was an expert for instrumentation, and it was going well. The sem was great. We were all happy. So then he was an associate professor. Then when he was made a professor, he decided to contribute money and buy him a gift. And in a way, we intended the gift to be like a bribe, so that the exams will make it easier for us. Guess what? That semester, for controls and implementation, Prof trained most of us. I mean, we didn't do well. I myself, I don't think I made a peak. And I see myself to be very good, and I really understood controls and instrumentation. But his exam blew most of us. And we were so disappointed. Another thing that happened at one time in his class, I had parted my hair. So like where I had parted my hair, and the hair was covering my ears. And it was me and my friend Regina. And I think it was Regina that asked the question. When Regina asked the question, Prof looked at us and then he kept quiet for a while. Then he watched us stand and remarked, "Oh, wala. As in me, I can't wash. This is a Nazi." And that was a really telling moment for us. After that, anytime we went to his class, we made sure that our hairs were put to the back of the room, really ready for his class. So that is properly.
If I hadn't started you and you were late and you came in, if you started working at MTN like this, if you were here and then you were not on time, with the MTN, they will sack you and you will lose all the money and so on. But at the time that I started, you only lost one class. So, but then probably that one you could even make it up. But then not here. So it's good that I sacked you. Then what's interesting that later on, I went there again because I was going there. And he I maybe I didn't. So he said the same thing again. He said, yes, I was the one. And I said, yes, so it's good. So
yeah, the students, they don't realize it, that it's all training.
yes, so that is good. You get it, that you have the impact, and then it helped them. They wouldn't forget. And recently, I think there's New London. Now it's Reverend Dr. He is in Lagos. He also said, at one stage he was late. And he was a class rep, and he was trying to convince me that I think either the dean or he had as a class rep, he was going to meet somebody, so then I said no. I insisted on not allowing him. So he said, after that, he was never late again to my class, and we have become friends. And so now he is also lecturing in Lagos, and he goes by that principle that if you are late at a certain time,
don't come.
Yeah, you will not go. Yes, because it's if you are teaching and you see the number of people, the impact you have on them. But so virtually wherever you go, someplace where you don't know people, you find that
they know
people,
you.
Yes, and they are always very happy to see you. And then recently, recently there was a meeting here on the campus, and someone said, "Oh, somebody talked to me," and he said, "Oh, one of your students." And I said, "Oh, that's good." So I said, "Okay, they were meeting here, so I had time to go and see them." And then when we said them, they were very, very happy. And then the person said, "Oh, at one time, you told us that it's not good cheating in the exams." And that's because, and I said that, okay, I remember very well. At one stage, I was on a committee, and 2 people were sacked for exam malpractice. And one was a top student, and then the other person was thinking they changed or got in. The poorer one was getting the help from the one, and both of them, they were sacked. So I said, the cheater and the cheatee were both sacked. And that was the very last paper in the final year. So I said, it's very important.
That was serious.
Yes, very important. I don't even know what happened to them, but then.
Your final year, just last paper.
Last
and
paper.
Then you're sacked.
Yeah.
It's rather unfortunate. A lot of people don't understand that cheating isn't.
I said that the cheater and the cheatee, both of them. So there's no question. And it was interesting that recently over here, I'm now with the Jackson University College. We had this, and I mentioned that we are having what do you call it, exams, and then we're taking a committee or some of those people who were cheating, and I said the same thing. So it was not long ago. It was until just about a day or so that the meeting that this old students was telling me about this. Yeah. So yes, it's very, very important that you have a discipline wherever you are.
Yeah.
You need the discipline. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Right.
Well, Prof, just a few more questions. What are some of your favorite memories on campus as a student and as a lecturer?
As a student, well, when I was in secondary, I was involved with the SU, Scripture Union, so on. But then doing the Bible studies and so on. And then over here, we came, and then I saw that some of the Christians who were involved with the IACF, holding Bibles everywhere and so on. And I knew that then getting Bible said, I said, hey, this is actually different from what it used to be. So with that, I saw people who were very active and then more serious in their Christian life, or that we should say. So that was where I also came to accept Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. So that was the year that I came. And at that time too, we also having the evangelical, we say that the mission, that's the mission 1964. Now involved with the singing, as I had been.
Yes.
With the singing, I started singing in Universal Methodist Choir. When I was, 1954, that's 10, and then continue, yes. And then, so my involvement more with the Christian fellowship, yes, with the support. And then with the, with the games, it's not too many. Once in a while, about the cricket and then the table tennis, just a while. And then the moving the Bible studies and then learning from people and preaching and so on. And then moving about with people also of the same faith. And then the studies, when you have these studies, before exams, group studies. Also, that's one of the things which would bring people together, so that when you have, when you need some explanation and so on, you have somebody to get in touch with. And this studying group study is one of the things which I always recommend to people, because even when you are leading and you have a problem, then you even find out, hey, this one I don't know. Then somebody will say it, and you remember that very well.
Yeah.
Yes, you remember that very well when whether you are even leading or not, wherever, from members of the group. Yes, it's also always good also to be in a group where you can help, or you can also help. Somebody can also help you, so that you always help each other. And then that was it. Yeah. So, well, being here, you always remember that when you go out, you will meet other people. But one time I went to Tamale, and I saw I'll just go and look at where they have there is a NED and compared instead of ECG. So I just went there and I said I would like to see your engineer. So yeah, I was directed to him. And, yeah, well, it's a 1 hour tree. Yeah, and then I knew I knew that, but I didn't know that he was even there. So I just go and see how they are doing, and it's good. It's good to know that. And some of our lecturers and teachers, students, I always have a part. This is part of Bonai. She's one in Tedescell.
Yes.
Yes. When she was in Tigo, she was a technical person, and I had been helping students after graduation to
work there.
Yes, and better all the people that were working very well with her, and then they enjoyed it. So even when she moved to Vodafone, a number of them also moved. Yes. So when I go there, I always see and talk with a lot of them. And been very, very, very good to see them doing quite well in where they are.
So, Prof, I've had quite a number of discussions with you. We had the walk down memory lane, telling us about Levine and Banfo Kwachi and the rest. And you have expressed some concerns about institutional memory, record keeping, about the people that have served KNUST in different ways at different times. And late, we've been trying to also gather memories about people who've been at the college, and it's not been so easy finding some of these information. I just want your take on this for the college, how we can work at that to make it much better.
Yeah, I think it's been some disappointment because I was looking for even the heads of department, a list of heads of department from the
various departments.
Yes, and even
Electrical.
Even getting there, and I went there. Initially, I went to electrical. I went to the registry. We went to electrical, so the registry. I went to the register for just to get there. And listen, everybody doesn't seem to know. So, oh, this is too old. And I would say, you say it's too old. Now you are here. Maybe in 10 years or 15 or 20 years, you'll also be too old and nobody will know your record. You have to be
particulars about
getting this record. You can't get that.
Deliberate.
Yes, and I believe that probably now getting things on we've got this digital age to get things on the computer, make sure that you get them. Of course, you have to get them also copies, and not only just one place. Right? So that's how you have to make the effort. I said maybe one day when you are not around, somebody will be looking for you, and then there's no information on you. That shouldn't be the case, and because I know that at the administration. When they want to anybody, they should get your file to get the statements and whatever information.
Significant information about the person.
So it's very important. So the administrators, as part of the things, make sure that the files are kept, and then the files now it should be on the
computer.
Computer, yes.
Or a cloud somewhere.
Wherever, yes, wherever it can be. Because I wanted to talk about clouds. I said, hey, I hope it doesn't rain. It's a very well. I said that if it rains, then the cloud is there. That's not the case. You always have the cloud. The clouds will always be around. Yes, so it's important that we. I'm not. Yes, it's been sad, but that shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case. Right from the departments and so on, and then some of the records I have from the graduation records, and then some of these from the universities. So it's important that you always have these copies so that anybody at any time will be able to get them. Yeah. So that's it.
Well, I have one more question. Yeah, but I'd like to kind of pitch in a different one too. You are an electrical engineering professor. And I know that when it comes to renewable energies, it's also within electrical engineering, whether it's solar, it's biogas, and all that. What's your take on all these? Are they alternatives, or they are just means of supplementing or helping, augmenting hydro?
Okay, even with the we got the solar. In actual fact, we have solar
here. Yeah. You use solar here.
Yeah, at home, actually, you need more panels. Yes, together. so that say with the so that we have the sun
Yes.
every time, and then when you are running a program, even here, when you are running a program, you find that sometimes yes, then
It goes off.
yes, the power goes off, and yet you are doing things online. You are lecturing online. You are having now, so it's very important to make sure that you have a constant supply. Yes. So what happens is that if you are having you are online right now, you make sure that once you are teaching, you don't want any breaks.
Yeah.
That means that you have to put on a generator right now, as we have in here, and it's even more expensive with the generator.
Yes.
So it's better you have the
Solar.
solar, which will always be there for it. I feel very efficient in terms of, and then we've got the batteries so that
They store the energy.
So you store it so that in the evening or you will get.
You can
you
still use it.
Yes, so it's important. I know that the initial cost is high, but well, gradually with improvements and so on, the prices
coming down.
Coming down. But with the efficiency, so we'll get that.
Prof, in relation to this, I want to actually dwell on the solar a bit.
Is it?
I know it's not your field, but just out of curiosity, we are touting them as alternatives and also augmentations to hydro. But I'm very curious about this solar paneling. Forget about the initial cost, but the components that make up the panel. How is this much better than hydro in the sense that are they recyclable? Are they reusable when you are done with the panel?
Nothing. They also have a lifetime.
And how are they disposed of? Are they reused or something?
Not outside.
Not that you know of.
No, not the. I only know that it's the batteries that they are trying to
do something about.
Yes, yeah. But then if it's you have to get a new one. It means that because the sun will be there.
Definitely.
So will it. But then the components about
of the panel and everything.
Of the panel. Now, I mean, with the water and so on. Sometimes we find that the water gets dry. I remember very well at Midima when we were kids, and I remember I think we are going to have a deer hunting festival. Yes, I'm watching. Yeah, we will have to cross a lake before getting to where the deer is supposed to be. That was when I was a kid, but now
that doesn't exist. Dry.
Yeah, it's dry.
Wow.
So far as even with the water. No, I think that even those who are working on the water, there's a prediction about getting problem with water.
That is why. Okay. Okay. Wow. So
getting the things.
Well, so Prof, you I know a bit about this because Prof is at the Ija Bethel Methodist Church, a prominent member, and as he's been talking, he talks a lot about his Christian work. That is what he even considers his most fond memories in the university. And as a student and as a lecturer. That is commendable. So, Prof, you're married to Mrs. Theodosia Jackson. How many children do you have? And yeah, just a bit about your nuclear family and then.
Yeah, okay. I have 3 boys and then 1 girl. The first one, he did electrical engineering.
Okay.
Here at KNUSC, 2001 to 2004. Yeah, and we went to overseas, and then he is done something on the accounting or finance.
Okay,
yeah, so,
he has diversified.
Yes, but it's still with the electrical and then the computer.
Okay.
So it's very much involved with it. And also, well, here, having said that, we retired, left the K University in 2010. And Mrs. Jackson was also at the primary JHS. And so both are in the teaching field. So we started the, what do you call it, Jackson College of Education.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that's a private institution, and we are doing the lecturing things online. Yes, and then we were the first institution in Ghana doing the teacher private as a private institution, and then doing it online. Also.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so, but now we have also, apart from the College of Education, we've also added things on electronics and then teaching things on electrical programs and so on. We've got some of these things in electronics, and we also have something on the, what they call the, apart from the electronics, also on business. Yes, so now in addition to the college.
To the educational.
Yes. So that's what we are.
You and your firstborn, your wife.
Yes,
yeah.
The firstborn, yes. So firstborn is involved, and then the second one is first Joe. He did medicine here. But he's now in Canada. He went there, I think, about 2 years ago now. Yeah, after that. And then the third one is the pharmacist. She did pharmacy here at KNUST, and then, but she's right now in this. We are now Jackson University College, so she's also involved with that. And then the last one, Abeku, yes, he did civil engineering here, and then but he's also helping with us here in the Jackson University College. So the four, and then all of them somehow involved. But then the one in the medical student, medical officer is now
in Canada.
Yes, but that's directly involved with us here. Yeah.
So, Prof, you are leaving a great legacy with the things you've done, the interactions. We've had discussions with alumni who remember you very fondly, and they say a lot of fun things about you. Is there any particular catchphrase when you are teaching, something you usually say to your students that you'd like us to remember you by?
That's what I think. What I'll say is that whatever you do is you do it with all your might. You do very well, whatever you are doing. And but there were sometimes when people are, what do you call it, are not doing quite well, I'll say, "Uwo mi lai," because I remember the gun. When I went to Vazichim, the guys every time, whatever, all that you hear is "Uwo mi lai," "My boy," "Uwo mi lai," "My boy."
What does that mean?
"My boy, I'll beat you." and then "Uwo mi lai," that's you annoy me. That's always the case. In fact, I have some friends and I wanted to, see in the fancy, when somebody is annoyed, you say, we will fight to, oh yeah, a boku pie. But then in Ghana, it took me a very long time to know the Mio Boku, Kababano, or something like that. I'll beat you. But then all that you hear is, Maibu, I will beat you, I will beat you, I will beat you. Then that I'll beat you. Then sometimes they say that even when the boy is on the ground and you are beating, he's on the ground, and can't teach him. Say, can't teach him, Maibu. That's when I get up, I will beat you. When I get up, I will beat you. When you are down there, when I go to get but you say, when I get up, yes.
He would often throw in a couple of fancy words in between sentences, which was hilarious. He had a natural authority and a truly commanding presence. I recall going to his office for a quick question. Those days, there was nothing like block hours or scheduling official appointments prior to seeing a lecturer. You just walk in, ask the executive assistant if he's available. So on this day, I walked in, greeted him. He casually replied in Fanti, "How are you and how is your mom doing?" I froze. I know he knew my parents way back when we lived on campus, but we had since moved. And we had a few Asantes in the class as well. So it did not cross my mind that he would recall who I was. And I wasn't about to even introduce myself as such. For a minute, I thought it was a bad idea because then I had to work extra hard. But far from that, he was very approachable and availed himself to us all the time. In addition, his faith in God and his love for music was admirably impressive. Prof. Jackson's guidance and motivation helped shape my interest in telecommunications engineering. So today, Prof. Jackson, I thank you and I wish you the very best.
Whatever you do, you have to do things with all your might. Yes, study. If you are doing a study, you arrange your time properly. Because I know that with when I was with the IACF, we were having meetings initially on Tuesdays, and then later on, we had it on Fridays. And I always had in mind that, okay, if it's Fridays, then all that you have to do, you have to arrange so that a Friday will be free for you to attend. You wouldn't go and then say that, then maybe I was busy or I was doing something the next day or so. No, you have to plan so that whatever you do, whether you are going to have an exam the next a day after the meeting day or not, you will be ready for the meeting, not just going up and down. So, because in fact sometimes you find that the time you said, today, tomorrow I will be having an exam, so I'll be preparing for exam. That time that you say I'll be preparing, then somebody will just come and cross you wherever, and then that time you will find that you'll be talking, and then you find that you wasted that time. Yeah, you just wasted time, and then, so So he said that, okay, now this is the time I have to have devoted for ICF meeting or other meetings. So whatever it is.
Nothing comes
Yes,
with
and the same thing right now at the church when it's men's fellowship meetings or leaders meetings. So that I know that this day,
this time.
Mondays, 7 to 8 for Bible
Leaders
studies,
meeting or
Bible
Bible.
studies, and then Tuesdays for men's fellowship, and then Thursdays for leaders meeting. So every time you have
Every
that.
time is apportioned.
Yes. So it's important to get it so that you don't. Otherwise, as soon as you start giving excuses, you miss 1, 2, then that's it.
It's true.
Then it goes on.
Continues.
Yes,
It's a
it
cycle.
Yes, it continues to. The missing continues. Yeah. So that is. So whatever you are, have in mind that whatever you do, if you have your planning and then do that properly. Yeah.
Professor Jackson, I want to sincerely thank you for the incredible impact you had on my life and on the lives of many students at the University of Science and Technology. Your dedication to the electrical engineering department, your leadership, and your commitment to students went far beyond the classroom. With your support, our association was able to build the university's first nurse-to-patient communication system, a project that reflected your encouragement to students to apply engineering to real-life situations. You played a major role in shaping my career and my future. Beyond academics, your Christian faith, kindness, and personal encouragement deeply impacted me. I will never forget that you and your wife personally prayed for me. Professor Jackson, your legacy lives on through the many students whose lives you helped shape and inspired. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for your mentorship.
I thank you and I wish you the very best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's see.
Thank you so much.
I think.
We'll remember that.
Right.
And I'll beat you when I get up.
Right. If you'll be able to get up.